Thank you for all coming this afternoon. We're here to introduce our new volleyball coach. First, I'd like to say a few thank yous. We had a search committee that put in a lot of time, and a number of the members are here. They did a terrific job. They were diligent, thorough, and ended up with a great pool of candidates. There were over 80 candidates for the position. We narrowed it down. They had, I believe it was 13 telephone interviews, and then brought 3 people on campus. And we had terrific on-campus interviews, and ended up with a great coach here that we're going to introduce here in a second. So I want to say thank you to all of them, and we appreciate everything that they did to help support our program. Kyle Weindel surfaced as the leading candidate through the interview process and when he was on campus. And it's exciting that we're able to announce him this afternoon as the 9th head coach of our program. He played at a high level, he coached, and he has been to the Final Four in men's volleyball. And we're excited about his progress and what he brings to the table here. With that, Kyle Weindel, our new head volleyball coach. I've got a little present for you.
Thank you.
So he's moving from one Bobcat to another.
Yep.
He's just going to change colors because they're this green color.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
we're going to change to blue. And
Yep.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What's actually funny about this whole transition is coming from the Ohio Bobcats to Montana State Bobcats is it literally is the same fight song, and literally is the same mascot. They're bought from the same companies, and when I saw them in the office, I was like, wow, this is really weird. So that makes the transition way smoother. But kind of to build off of what Peter was saying is this whole process was so diligent and so proactive. I was really pleasantly surprised with how it was all handled. The committee did a great job. I want to thank Peter and Cammie and the search committee for getting me here, for selecting me. I'm very excited to be here. I really couldn't be happier with the team. I've now been able to watch you in practice. I've been able to watch them in some match video, and I'm really excited for the future. Some other thank yous are to the staff to Scott and Jen who've kind of been manning the ship for the last couple months. They've done a really good job of keeping everything together and doing a great job of training the players during that time. So again, thank you everyone. Is there any questions?
From meeting with the team and watching video,
Yes.
What have you seen?
I've seen actually a pretty high level. I was very, very surprised with the level. I think from where they were to where they can be, not necessarily isn't reflecting of their record. Having lost, ladies, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 or 5 gamers, 5 gamers. Last season, those can easily be 5 more wins, maybe a tweak here and there. And knowing the 2012 class, again, Scott and Jen have done a great job of keeping them in the loop, and I'm very, very excited with the level that they're at, and hopefully we'll be able to come in and contribute right off the bat.
What would you change? What will you change here on this team?
Well, I think for those who were in practice this morning, we changed all the names of our sets. That was kind of the first thing. Different and probably, hopefully, not too hard to remember. Hopefully, Jen has them all memorized at this point. But so far, that has been the first change, and with some of the passers, I worked a little bit with some of their technique. But the small changes, I think, are in order these first couple weeks.
But you will change things?
Yes, I think the style that we play, I look to swing block a little bit more. I look to increase the tempo of our game significantly from where it was. I like blocking and a fast offense, so I hope to incorporate those things into our game here.
How much potential do you see in this group, and what's it going to take to bring the program back around?
There's a tremendous amount of potential. That's kind of a dangerous word. I think I don't oftentimes like using the word potential, but from what what I saw in video, were as good as anybody in the conference up last year, up until probably point 18 or 19. And with that, if we can get 5, 6, 7 more points out of them, I hope for 5, 6, 7 plus more wins.
Are you going to do anything in terms of on-court structure, changing, sets or rotations or lineups, or does that come as the summer comes and as you start practice next fall?
I think a lot of that will come next fall. I want to spend a good portion of what's left of this training cycle and into our spring season with really just building trust with them and just fine-tuning the skills and making those small changes with our system and the skills. And then once we get to to preseason into the fall, we'll start hammering out that stuff.
How excited are you to hit the ground running here and start working now?
Oh, I'm super excited. I couldn't sleep last night because I knew tonight was my first day. It was like I was, back in college getting ready for a big match. I just was so anxious and ready to get here. The last couple of days in Ohio, I was chomping at the bit to get out here. And then during the drive, I was like, oh man, won't this drive ever end? But finally, I was here. My first day, we got a snowstorm, so I was able to put my brand new pickup truck into 4-wheel drive for the first time ever. So that was something that I expected. I didn't know that I would expect that right off the bat.
What surprised you about this whole experience, getting the job, going through the interview process? What's it been like, and what were some of the highlights?
The biggest surprise is just how beautiful it is here. I had never been to the state of Montana. I didn't know what to expect. I had been to some Rocky Mountain cities before and knew that they were beautiful. Denver, the Colorado Springs, but just didn't really know what I was getting myself into once I got here. And I was just completely blown away by the community sport and just the surrounding, Yellowstone and the skiing and the different things here to do.